What is going on, members of the Shy Guys Squad and MPL fans alike? My team, I'll show you guys during the selection screen, and then we'll get into it. I'm so scared, you guys, you don't even know. I got my calcs, I got my notepads, I got all the stuff. So, first of all, we can see that his team consists of Skarmory, Crawdaunt, Megaglalie, he's got the Uxie, the Whimsicott, and the Infernape. So that's his team, and I am quickly going to show you guys my team. So we got here Control 2. I got Megalodios, Jolteon, Registeel, Greninja, Emboar, and Weavile. And honestly, I don't see any problems with the Weavile lead. The only thing that could potentially be scary is the Uxie, I'm thinking. That's the only thing that can really like threaten me or do anything that I would be worried about. So I think I'm gonna lead Weavile. I'm gonna double check my sets. I am so scared, and I hope this just goes well. As you guys can see here, I'm to my since I am locked in to Scald. I could go for another one, but seeing as this thing isn't leftovers, we didn't see any leftovers. I'm assuming he's some sort of berry, maybe. I'm not exactly sure what. He could be an Okaberry for my Emboar. He could be Walk-On for that matter for my Jolteon. Anticipating this moment, but I don't quite see that. One thing as well that he could. 35-ish percent. So I think I'm going to Volt Switch just to gain some momentum, and I can get into maybe Embor or possibly even my Registeel, as there's nothing this Whimsicott really wants to do, and I can try to get my Rock Slip or something like that. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, he outspeeds me. He's Scarf? Very interesting on my opponent's part. I didn't expect Scarf Whimsicott to show up, but the lack of switch-ins for him right now, though, I feel like his switch-in would be his Uxie, maybe? I feel like that's the only thing that can really come in on this thing. He switches into the Glalie? Huh? Is he trying to sack this thing? With Registeel with Explosion, Mega Glalie. If he's max modest, this is saying he's offensive because he can. I'm not quite sure. I would think he's offensive since he's Scarf. I think I could go Jolteon pretty safely here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Jolteon. So he is gonna go the Whimsicott just like I expected. He's probably gonna U-turn on my Raikou, or Raikou. I'm been so used to Raikou now with the Raikage nickname because it's like, you know, it flows better. Early plays yet. If he Moonblast, he Moonblasts, and I will regret it. But I think personally that he would U-turn just to sure put me in range of something instead of like trying to catch that. He's gonna catch that fine work. And I am free to make my switch into whatever I do so please. I could give him the impression that I have that on you, or I could go into Greninja, just a U-turn. How much? And I will go for the U-turn. He's probably going to swap himself. I feel like that is his best play. And then he can do whatever he wants to for that matter. I feel like I stretched out this thing, didn't I? Oh, shit. I didn't speed creep a max speed Whimsicott. I did not speed creep a max speed Whimsicott. So if he is max speed, we will know right now. If he outspeeds a base 100, we will know right now. Oh boy. If he swaps, okay. So he might believe that we're max speed. He's gonna go into Skarmory. Put a speed. I definitely put a speed. But I'm going to U-turn right here. He may have expected like an Ice Beam or something like that. But he did in fact go into his Skarmory. Which means what on his team? Hold on. He doesn't really have a switch into Flare Blitz anymore. Well, he never really had one. Yeah, he doesn't really have a switch into Flare Blitz. I could go this. I have a little plan with this, but it's not time. I'm gonna go into Johnny Blaze. And then could go. I can't go Wild Charge because he has the Whimsicott around 50%, and he will live that. So I can't go Wild Charge just yet. Superpower will kill this thing. It will do a lot of damage to the. It will kill the Crawdaunt unless it's Sash. No, Sash is broken, so that thing's dead. Uxie is the only thing that like optionally wants to take it. If I go for Superpower, that is. Whimsicott dies to Superpower. Glalie dead, and Infernape is also dead to Superpower. So I feel like Superpower is the play, but he could just like think, oh, I'm just gonna sack this and then make my play subsequently, and just, you know, swap into what I need to swap into. So that is also a thing that he could definitely do, which is a bit scary. But honestly, I think the safer play is to go for Superpower, and that is what I'm gonna lock my move in as. Hopefully I outspeed this Skarmory, because if he goes for Brave Bird, that would suck. But I feel like my play is definitely to go for Superpower here, as it takes out this, it takes out the Crawdaunt, it takes out the Whimsicott from where it's at, and it takes out the Infernape. because the stealth arc damage. So he does decide to withdraw this thing. What does he switch into? King Julian. Alright, so he switches into the Infernape. That could be a misplay there, my buddy. Let's see, Embor, punch at this monkey. Boy! Ah, I like seeing that. I like seeing that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Embor KOs Infernape with superpower. That is a pleasing thing to see. That is indeed a very pleasing thing to see. I don't know. I think that should kill without band, right? It should kill without a choice band, right? I feel like it would. I mean, I'm gonna double calc it. I'm gonna double check that, but you know. Superpower would definitely kill, even if I take off the choice band. Yeah, Superpower still had a chance to kill after Rox was up on his side. I had an 87.5% chance to Oko. So he switches into Yuxi, so he might have a feeling that we are choiced. Or that, you know, overall Yuxi is just his best play. Honestly, I just want to sack off my Jolteon right here, because I don't have a way of hazard removal. And this would just be my best way to scout some place and stuff. And I feel like Yuxi is the mon that I can start. No, because his Whimsicott is still around, so I can't set up Lottie. That's the problem. As long as that Whimsicott's around, my Lottie is kind of in check. Because I decided to bring a status healing Calm Mind recover Lottie with one attack, which was Dragon Pulse. Because I kind of expected Manaphy over Whimsicott, to be completely honest. I'm gonna keep my Weavile very healthy. That's the kind of goal. I'm not too afraid of sending my Embor in to kill stuff, because that's kind of what Embor does. He just jumps in and just like slams into things as hard as he fucking can with his reckless choice band and stuff like that. I think I sped crept a I think I sped crept like Yuxi or some shit. I can't remember what I sped crept with this thing. He goes into Skarmory, which means that Skarmory is definitely dead. So Embor KOs Skarmory with Flare Blitz. I feel like his switch in here is going to be the Crawdaunt, possibly, is what I'm guessing his play would be. That was 4-4. So we're currently up 4-3. I'm really just nervous, man. Sebastian definitely comes in like I expected. He might just very well Aqua Jet, which is the play I'm expecting him to make. But he could very well knock off, you know, on the off chance. Because knockoff does a huge chunk of damage, and he definitely lives the Flare Blitz. I would love to keep Ember around for the Whimsicott, but I still have the Greninja. And seeing as Weavile is way too crucial and Lottie is still very useful to me as well, I want to just Flare Blitz. If he Aqua Jets, he Aqua Jets, that's fine. So he does go for the Aqua Jet and reveals that, so Crawdaunt KOs. But if he doesn't, that's fine too, I suppose. It puts me in a bit more of a predicament, because I need Greninja for the Whimsicott, I need Weavile for the Uxie, and then I kinda need... Like, Lottie is my most expandable member at this point, and I kinda regret sacking Ember like I did, because I could've... I even... like, one of his moves, you know, of choice, like he could have Stun Spore or something like that, but we can play around that because we have the Refresh. So he's gonna set up a Tailwind. Okay. Honestly, I'm just gonna set up Calm Minds on this thing then, if that's gonna be the case. Crawdaunt's a bit scary, of course. Crawdaunt is very scary. So he has 3 turns of this. I'm honestly just going to Dragon Pulse right here. Because, hear me out, we know he's Choice Scarf because he outsped Jolteon. So he's probably going to switch here. So I'm going to Dragon Pulse. Because he has to swap. He can't just sit here and continuously spam Tailwind. I mean, he can. But that wouldn't be a very clever play of him, of course. So I am going to Dragon Pulse. That is my best play. I feel like that is my best play because Crawdaunt might die on entry. Uxie I can start setting up Calm Minds against. And if I start sending on Calm Minds, that means that the Whimsicott can't kill me, and I might have to PP stall him, which is a very scumbag move, I know, but I feel like that's what I have to do if I want to win this game. It's very, very scary and very, very tricky, but that just might have to be what I have to do. And, you know, I'm really, really scared of this game. I've said this countless times right now. I'm really hyped. He's just going to Tailwind, so I am going to Dragon Pulse, but I might just start setting him Calm Minds. You know what, I can... How much PP does Tailwind have? I'm just kind of curious right now. I want to scout. So, Tailwind. Spiro with Tailwind. Tailwind has 24 PP, so he has more PP than my Dragon Pulse. I could Calm Mind, but then he could make the swap. I'm gonna Dragon Pulse again. No matter how... Yes, he swaps out. Okay, so he does make the swap. He does make the double. Does he go into Yuxi, though, or Crawdon? He goes into Turban. I'm okay with Turban, because I can go for the Dragon Pulse against this thing. Latias is such a beautiful mon, man. I love this thing. I am just going to go for the Calm Mind, though. I feel like that's my best play. As long as I can make sure that Weavile don't take anything other than Stealth Rock damage, I can live an Aqua Jet from Crawdon, I can retaliate with a low kick, and that's what's scaring me. That's what prevents me from using Weavile to its fullest right now. I mean, of course, if I can get it into range of, like, Knockoff or something like that, or even Poison Jab for that matter. And on the following turn, I'm going to go for a Refresh. I'm going to go for Roost. Or honestly, I might just Roost this turn. What could the Yuxi have? It has T-Wave. That's the thing we know. That's the thing we know it has. I could go for Dragon Pulse right here, as the Tailwind peters out. So we could go for the... We could just go for a Dragon Pulse at +1. Should do a decent amount of damage, correct? Yuxi, assume, whatever. I don't even know. He could be Spadef, he could be Fistef, I honestly don't know. But say he is Fistef. If I go for Mega Latias Bianca at +1, my Dragon Pulses should do a little bit less than half. So I could do some good damage to this thing. I could also Refresh. He could try to set up the +2, but at the same time, I don't know, because Latias kind of just needs to deal with this thing and the other thing, the Crawdon, but as long as the Whimsicott is alive, of course, I can't utilize this thing to its fullest potential. So I feel like I'm just gonna Dragon Pulse again. He's gonna U-turn. Okay, I kind of expected U-turn. Now, how much is this gonna do? Jesus Christ. That was a crit too. Oh. We have to play really careful around these two, though. Of course, this thing, I feel like it's just going to knock me off. And Lottie has kind of done its job. Its purpose has been served. And I'm very comfortable with letting this thing go now. Like, as I've said before, I've said it countless times, this thing has done its job. So, Crawdon KOs Mega Latias with Knockoff. I could go Weavile. This is what Weavile was meant for. I want to see how much Greninja does, though, with the U-turn. Damage calcs. Greninja. Dat boy. Versus a Crawdon. I've seen... I mean, I don't know. Let's see. How much could I do with U-turn if he's uninvested? Let's see here. If he's uninvested, probably 4 in HP for the odd number. U-turn. He's not quite in range of U-turn just yet, so I want to go into Weavile. But what could he be? I feel like we saw a life flip from this thing. I'm sure of that. I'm thinking just low kick. Honestly, I'm thinking just low kick. If I go for knockoff, do I put him in range of the Uxies, or do I put him in range of Greninjas? Yeah, I definitely put him in range of Greninjas U-turn. And I feel like Uxie's in range too. I mean, I can always check. Uxie, Spread F, I think? My U-turn would do, if he's uninvested, about 30%, maybe. Like if he's just HP, it does around 30%. I'm thinking just low kick as he wants the Aqua Jet. If he makes the swap, he makes the swap. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a bit more tricky, but I think we can still do this. So Turban comes on out. This is gonna do jack shit. Yeah, that literally did nothing. That did 0. That actually did 0. He sees I'm Life Orb though. And now I'm in range of the Aqua Jet from Crawdon, especially after this second hit. I could just go for a knockoff right now. Could go for a safe Poison Jab as a safe neutral play. Honestly, I want to see how much Weavile does to this thing. Weavile. Poison Jab should definitely knock it out, even if it's like max HP. I don't think it is max HP. But it doesn't like damage rolls and stuff. But it could be, and even if it is, Poison Jab should still knock it out from where it's at. Could go for Ice Crash, but nah, I don't want to risk the miss. I'm gonna go for Poison Jab. Meat on the down low. This should kill. And it does, so that's great. That's absolutely fantastic. So, Weavile KOs Uxie with Poison Jab. In comes Sebastian. And this thing, I feel like if it goes in the yeah, we're definitely in range of the what's it called? We're definitely in range of the U-turn now. So he goes for Aqua Jet. Weavile's gonna kill. So Crawdon KOs Weavile with Aqua Jet. Yeah, he's definitely in range now. I can go into that boy. He shouldn't outspeed, and I don't even think a crit Crawdon. Worst case scenario, like we know he's Life Orb. Say he's Adamant max attack and he gets a crit Aqua Jet. I was looking at my calcs and it was set for Weavile, so I was like, boy, that actually does a lot. Okay, so let's see. Even if he gets a crit, he does on max 78 HP. We got 93, and our U-turn does, like say if he's uninvested, we do 44% to this man. So a U-turn, and that should wrap up the game. And there goes the U-turn. Can we kill though? It should. It does. Ah, awesome. Greninja KOs Crawdon with U-turn. We beat Blake, guys. We beat him 1-0. I'm gonna have to message him. Good game, man. I was so nervous. But definitely good game to Blake. I am so hyped for that. We're moving on to playoff championship Pokeball again, second season in a row. We're battling either AuraBomb or Byser, I think, for the Pokeball this season. I'm super impressed that we managed to beat Blake though. Like, boy, his team was terrifying. But I'm still pretty surprised he didn't bring Manaphy, because if he managed to do like he did around my Jolteon, then Manaphy could have really just beaten me, and it would have been a really bad time for me. But, that's about that. We're moving on to Pokeball again, which is absolutely insane. And, honestly, I just want to say to all of you guys, thank you so much for, thank you guys so much for showing your support throughout the season. There's one more match and that will wrap up Season 3, and that will be the end of the St. Louis Sableyes. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Blake has had enough with it. If you guys enjoyed, definitely leave a like, subscribe, tell me what you thought in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!